Hey everyone. I didn't take notes for this or anything. Hopefully I don't have to do more than one take because it's a little bit upsetting. I went to court yesterday with my family, and this was recorded on Saturday, so Friday we went to court because we're looking to get custody of my niece, and the only person who's really in a position to take her is me. I have my own apartment, whereas like my sister doesn't. They always look at family, but in our case, they looked at family. My mom couldn't take my niece because my brother still lives with her, and I should probably give you somewhat of a backstory. My brother was adopted by my folks when he was 18, and the reason he was able to be adopted after turning 18 is because he was still a ward of state because he has some disabilities, and he needs a lot of help from a stable family. And last May he had a baby, and he definitely, this was an accident, but he dropped the baby, and he knows what happens when you tell. So he didn't tell anyone until she got sick. She broke her femur, and she of course went into Anoka County's custody right after getting out of the hospital. And I immediately volunteered to take her, and we've been trying to get her in with me for the last 9 months. And there are some issues with me that are greatly concerning to my niece's social worker. For instance, I'm not married. I have a boyfriend who lives with me, who, but we're not married. And I have only a one-bedroom apartment. I can't really afford bigger than a one-bedroom apartment. I also work more than full-time, so I would have to get caretakers, and I have a big family network. But that was one of the problems. I told her at first that we've got like my parents' pastor's wife, my roommate, my mom, and my sister, and one of my coworkers to help me out with this. And the social worker told me that is way too many people, and that would be confusing to the baby. And the thing is, it wasn't like I put all these people on the schedule. The thing is, we've got my mom as the primary caretaker. Well, me as the primary caretaker, and my mom is the primary babysitter, who is, by the way, a nurse practitioner. So my niece would have had her own personal nurse practitioner, who was also her grandma. And I was told by our social worker that I need to cut that down to 2 people, tops, not including me, so 3 people. And I called her back, and I left a message that said something. It kind of went like this: why would I drag my sister out of bed at 6 in the morning to come over for a 4-hour shift when Pat's already here? So don't do that. Don't ever lose your temper with these people, because they will assume the worst. Me and my roommate had to go in and pee in front of someone. We had to go in, lift up our shirts, turn around, pull down our pants as far as they can go, and go potty in front of a person. She also made me sign a release so that she could sift through all my medical records. It's concerning to her that I have anxiety, which something like this causes a lot of anxiety. So it's just kind of ironic that they would hold something like that against people when they actually cause a lot of it. Anyway, we went to court yesterday. A couple days before that, we had a meeting with a lawyer And a lawyer would cost, to fight this, a lawyer would cost between 15 and 35 grand. And it wouldn't be even like a 100% for sure thing that we would get custody. So, they removed her from her foster placement and put her in with a family that's set to adopt her. And at this point, we can't fight it because they might not be up for an open adoption if we try to fight them. And we don't have the means to fight them anyway. So, Anoka County took my family's baby. This was my folks' first grandchild. And, they're not giving her back. And they're pretending to take a look at me. But they're really not. Anyway, that's all. Oh, you know what the best part of all this is? These people that she's going to be adopted by go to Michelle Bachman's church. Isn't that great? Yeah, this church has a lot of influence in Anoka County. I'll put a link to a Rolling Stone article about what this church has done to, like, the school district. That's the county that had 9 suicides in 2 years. And that county, that district elected Michelle Bachman. Anyway, I'm just hoping that they're not as homophobic as, they probably are, and my niece doesn't turn out gay.